Hi, it's Dwyer. It is late Sunday night, October 19th, 2025. The Monday night games have not yet been played. Let's try to take advantage of some of these early lines. I see some mispricings for the NFL for upcoming week 8, right? Remember, the opinion you should follow should be your own. Just consider this video to be a second opinion from a complete stranger online. Let me also point out, too, that the lines that I'm going to quote are lines that right now, at the time of this video, are pending on CBSSports.com. Okay? Folks, the Bears are 4-2. Has anyone noticed? The offense is clicking. The defense is clicking. And somehow they'll be on the road. But you're getting 6.5 points with them playing Baltimore. Now be aware of the fact that prime Lamar Jackson does his best work against the other conference. Right? In other words, the Bears being an NFC team, they haven't seen him that much. If he is healthy, and he hasn't played for weeks, but if he's healthy and if he's himself, these are the kind of games where Baltimore would give an NFC team problems. But recognize that Baltimore's defense is banged up. It's not what it was. I like the Bears getting 6.5 points at Baltimore. Next, folks, Houston, who's about to play on Monday night, has one of the best defenses in the league. So does San Francisco. I like the under 42.5 for the Niners going to Houston to play Houston. I recognize that Houston will have a short week. Nonetheless, Houston made the playoffs last year. Don't be fooled by their current record. They made the playoffs last year, and statistically, that defense is top notch. I like the under 42.5 points. Next, folks, this is the year of the backup quarterback, isn't it? Let me say, I don't like first year quarterbacks. People know that, but I'm going to take the former offensive player of the year in the Big Ten. I like Cleveland. Getting 7, on the road in New England, right? Understand, the New England Titan game was an emotional game for New England because their head coach, Vrabel, got fired by the Titans, right? So to me, them coming back home, I know Drake May looks like a top-notch guy for a second-year quarterback. I'd put Drake May above Bo Nix right now, right? And Drake May isn't as high risk physically as Jaden Daniels is, right? Jaden, for those who don't know, hurt his other leg. He's wearing a big brace on one leg. He hurt his other leg today, and it's a hamstring problem that's probably going to keep him out of the lineup for multiple games. So let me just say, I like Cleveland's quarterback. I like Cleveland on the road at New England getting 7 points. Finally, was that Joe Burrow or was that Joe Flacco? Folks, next week, Cincinnati's still going to be at home. They're going to be rested. That game against the Pittsburgh Steelers was a Thursday night game. And, of course, they're going to be playing the New York Jets, Tyrod Taylor and company. The Jets, let's just say Aaron Glenn's at risk of losing the locker room. I like Cleveland at home, laying 5.5 points. Folks, the extra day's rest. Joe Flacco was successful to Jamar Chase. He was successful to T. Higgins. Even the score from the Steeler game's a bit deceptive because T. Higgins has a clear shot at the end zone, but he does the A-plus football play and slides so that the clock continues running, so that they don't have to give the ball back to Aaron Rodgers. before, kicking the game-winning field goal. I think Joe Flacco is showing you why these KG vet quarterbacks with arms who aren't afraid to throw deep and who understand the talent they're throwing to. Just look at the number of balls that he threw to Jamar Chase. I think Joe Flacco is ahead of where Bo Nix is right now. I think this line's a little depressed because Bo Nix had problems with the Jet defense. I like Cincinnati at home laying 5.5 to the New York Jets. Those are the early picks. We'll address this again later in the week. We'll talk about what happened last week later in the week. I just wanted to get this video out so you could lock in 4 plays, or at least know of 4 plays I like. Again, Bears getting 6.5. The under 42.5 in the San Francisco at Houston game. The Browns getting 7 on the road at New England. And Cincinnati laying 5.5 at home against the Jets. That's how I see it. Let me hear from you. I hope you leave your comments in the comment section of this YouTube video. Thanks for stopping by.